Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and what the fuck is with this show, man? Jesus fucking Christ. I loved the fact that this particular episode, Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 27, that we're focusing on Sasha, but it was kind of mind-blowing to get this, perspective on her past, that she was a country bumpkin, sort of rednecky and everything. Her family, hunters by trade as well as by survival, out in the woods, the thick, forest region and everything like that, and she's fucking doing jujitsu moves, bending over backwards and sideways to get this raw meat out of her father's fucking hand. She's treated like a Titan does a ripe young human being to feast on, and she's going absolutely apeshit, and the father's just like, fine, have it, take it, and she's grunting and hiding behind a tree and everything. Like, who the fuck is this? How is this Sasha? How is this potato girl? It was absolutely flabbergasting to me. But then, like, the father's talking pretty colloquially. Still, he's using that same kind of country bumpkin speak, but he knows better about how his family now has to format itself. They can no longer really stick by hunting alone for survival, for making ends meet and everything like that. No pun intended. Because all of the nature around there is getting scared away by Titans and all this kind of stuff and whatever like that. People are, skipping out of Dodge and everything. And he's realizing we really got to put our focus elsewhere. Let's actually grow grain. Let's breed horses, and we'll be able to make money. People will buy them. They'll be able to survive better and all this kind of stuff. And he's really, speaking common sense, and she doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want to leave her livelihood the way she's been, taught and has been raised up until that point. And it's just hilarious to then see, in contrast, during the other flashback with the girls making fun of the way she carries herself. She speaks very politely and almost in an erudite way and everything. And, like, because she doesn't want to fall back on her country bumpkin-esque background and have that twang be the way she communicates and everything, she doesn't really associate it with letting her hair down in any way. She considers it, I guess, almost an embarrassment. So, she's going to speak more politely, more clearly, everything like that. And it's still, it still has that effect of calling attention to herself that she doesn't maybe want. She's getting poked fun at in this other flashback. But it's really interesting. She actually goes home, and you got her and Connie. I was wondering which one was going to get, more of the focus in this episode. Of course, it is Sasha, with Connie by the end realizing, well, all hell broke loose where his home was. And they find a weird-ass Titan. It's like got little chicken wing arms and legs and everything. It's like laying in the ruins of his home and just sort of... Titans are fucking ugly. I hate them. I hate the way they look. For anyone who ever used to watch Ren and Stimpy, whenever they'd close in on somebody's, like, boogers in their nose or something like that, always super highly detailed and gross art was that. And that's every fucking Titan in this show. Every one of their faces, their eyes, their mouths, everything. They're gross. They're gross to look at. But calling back over to Sasha, I don't know if she found the home where this little Titan was in. Was this where her home used to be located? Was this just the first, cottage she ran into when she came back to this town? It was a wholly rebuilt town and everything like that. She's kind of wowed by that. She hasn't been there in 3 years, I think she says. And so the whole place is built up, but everyone's fucking gone. And it seems as though, if we're to take the little girl's, the little girl she finds, word for it, that something about her mother having, a disability with her legs or something like that. Were they gangrenous? I don't exactly know. But the town knew, Titan sniffers are going to find this motherfucker. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Leave them behind. Leave the little girl behind. And Sasha walks in on this scene that I'm just like, what the actual fuck? Jesus fucking Christ. You got this Titan who's relatively small. I mean, he's probably only about, two full adult males in height, one on top of the other. And, like, this thing is just sitting in there like he's eating corn on the fucking cob, chewing on this bitch's leg. And she's just like, go ahead, my child, make a tuna fish sandwich. I'm just going to be eating and lay over here. What the fuck? This show knows really how to get gross out. And I mean, this isn't even like the guy getting torn apart in Meek in the last episode. This is some little kid's mother squirming around on the floor, unable to speak. Was that part of the disability? Is she like unable to speak, or you know, deaf and dumb, as they used to say back in the 30s, whatever like that? I mean, I don't know, but it was fucking disgusting to see this fucking Titan chewing her legs apart, and she's just kind of, you know, I mean, but she was cognizant because she's looking longingly at her child when Sasha comes in and starts hacking the fucking back of this thing's neck with the hatchet. I'm like, okay, and she can't even kill it. She's unable to kill it. The axe goes flying out of her hands, and she's going to have a nervous breakdown. I'm having a panic attack. I'm like, holy shit, don't kill Sasha. I like this character. Don't fucking kill her like you killed Meek, who I didn't really know that well in the first episode of this second season. I'm like, please don't kill Sasha, please. And she looks back at Mommy Dearest on the floor. I'm sorry, and grab the child and run. And then I guess the mother actually finally passes away, you know, with the satisfaction that someone has saved her child, I guess, you know, speculatively. I don't know, but like, for whatever reason, the Titan's like, fuck this bitch, I got 2 lively ones now, and he's just taking his fucking time. You know, we had other Titans sprinting and running like fucking mad and everything like that. Not this guy. He's the tortoise and the hare. He's going to take his time, be patient. He's going to win the day as far as he thinks, if he can even think. You know, he's just going by instinct. He's like, I got 2 prizes, and I'm going to follow them out of town. I'm going to jump myself over the bridge, almost falling into the water, but I'm going to keep steady, keep coming and coming and coming. And Sasha's like, I got to send this little kid on. I can't protect her. Her horse takes off. She is fucked. And I'm really on the edge of my seat, like, do not fucking kill her. Do not kill this character. I'm about to choke my phone, which I'm watching it on. And like, you know, so this kid goes, she takes off running. I mean, you know, Sasha thinks it's a little girl. I could have gone either way there. You know, it's kind of like Armin. You know, is it a boy, is it a girl? Until he grows up a little bit. But, you know, for all intents and purposes, she says that it's this little girl. You know, she's got to save her. She's got to send her on to find other people because, you know, there should be people soon following after Sasha and everything. And so that luckily works out, but little did she suspect, as she's, you know, got these arrows and she's firing them off at this Titan, she figures, I gotta hit it in the eyes. That'll buy us some time. You know, it'll take a little time for those eyes to regenerate and everything like that. Gotta blind it, take off running. The first one hits home, but then like 2 more go flying, and she takes that last arrow. She's screaming bloody murder, and she just runs up to this fucking thing and stabs it in like manually, not firing it, just like poop, you know, right in this thing's fucking eye. And at this point, it's bear hug time. You know, he's trying to squeeze the life out of her. I'm still gritting my teeth, like, do not fucking kill Sasha. Do not do it. If you know it's good for you, don't do it. Luckily, because of the slime and the blood and the viscera that comes spilling out of this thing, and probably all over it from, you know, eating Mommy Dearest like you know, like a lamb or something like that, you know, she slides out, and she manages to get halfway down the road, figuring on following behind this little girl to make sure she's okay and everything. And here comes Papo, Daddy Dearest, Sasha's father, coming back the other way, a whole bunch of people on horseback. They've been spreading the horses out to get people out of Dodge because the place is under attack. Titans are this far out, as Sasha says, and she's bewildered by that. She sees, you know, on the trail in the woods, sort of indentations in the dirt of Titan feet. Now, presumably this is the only Titan in the area, but that's bad enough for anyone who isn't trained to fuck them up and everything, and have the vertical maneuver gear and everything. But so I love that it was sort of a happy, bittersweet reunion in any case. And they saved the girl, and I guess they're going back to reunite with the rest of the troop that Sasha was with. It's just fucked. This show is fucked in the head. And I don't even remember now, thinking of all of this. I don't think they put an end cap on that particular Titan, so he's still out there probably. Looking for other mommies to chew on, I guess. You know, and then as I say, we called back to Connie, and all hell broke loose in his town. It was not nearly as, you know, a happy ending as Sasha had, or a happy reunification as Sasha had. And I mean, goddamn, this fucking show can be so gross and just, I don't know, just give you the heebie-jeebies with some of the shit they do in it. And so I'm really going to be highly curious to see where we pick up. It looks like an all-out war is going on. And what was really actually fascinating to me, for those who, like myself, have been paying attention to that OP and certain shots in that OP, I mean, they're showing the lineup of our main cast of characters. Their hearts are all aglow, and if you look closely at those shots with all the other animals and the Titan, I think it's the Beast Titan, as I said in my previous episode discussion video, along with all these other animals, whales and dragons, or not dragons, dinosaurs, and other stuff like that. You know, it's like, so some of the dialogue at the start of this episode, we got Mikasa, Eren, and Armin, and of course Hanji brings Levi and that fucking priest who won't say shit about knowing that there are Titans in the walls. Armin puts forth this idea that maybe that's what's actually been protecting us. It's not just their protective walls. There are Titan corpses inside them, and maybe it's Titan skin. Maybe it's hardened Titan skin that is somehow what the walls are comprised of, because they never really understood what that was all about, how the walls came about. The Titans primarily are getting in through the gates and everything, which wouldn't have, obviously, Titan corpses, bodies, skin inside them, making them up. But, like, there are allusions to the idea in the PV for the next episode, as well as some of this dialogue, that we are all in some way interconnected. Humanity, you know, the Titans, the animals, nature. And again, with that aspect of the OP where they're showing all of that, what exactly are they driving at? You know, is this a yet to be explained origin of the Titans? Is it going to explain their sort of companionship amongst that evolutionary scale? Are they a natural stage of evolution in this fictional setting? Are they a mutation? You know, I don't fucking know, but at least it seems like that is part of the narrative. That is something that is yet to be made aware of for these characters, and I'm wondering if it's a tip of the hat. It might be a little too early in the game, but then again, this is a 12-episode season. Maybe we're going to find that out in the next episode, a little more detail. Maybe this priest, Nick, or whatever, you know, Hanji is talking about, this is my best friend over here, and telling Levi when he pulls his gun out, don't even bother. This guy ain't worth it. He's not going to bite, you know. He's not going to reveal anything he doesn't want to. I guess they're going for the shock value. They want to put this guy up close and personal with Titans wreaking havoc and eating people alive. So maybe he will pipe up about whatever the fuck he's hiding. But I hope that is something that will be revealed, because a lot of the questions, the mystery of this series that were held over from the first season, which I covered episodically in multi-episode reviews, 4-part series. You know, some of the biggest questions I had was, you know, what was the origin of sort of the main Titan, the big fleshy one? You know, what are the origins of all of the Titans if they're not all people who can become Titans, like Eren and like, you know, the Titan Runner in season 1 and everything like that? Well, what all are they? And where did they come from? How were they created? Is it something that was engineered genetically by human hands, a la Eren's father? You know, is it a natural stage in evolution? They speak about connectivity, and does that go beyond Eren's being able to transform into one and other human beings being able to transform into them? And what does that make? What is the distinction between those types of Titans and the natural order of them? You know, are they even a natural order? Is it an unnatural order? You know, I don't know. These are a lot of the questions I have, and I hope that's the tip of the hat to the next episode, that something is going to be revealed and Eren's losing his shit over it as war is ongoing elsewhere. I hope we're going to find out and put a cap on it finally, or at least part of it, you know, for the time being. But yeah, fucked up episode. You know, nice little Titan having lunch on somebody's mother, whatever. You know, lunch is on her. It's more ways than one, and I guess we'll see next time out. So yeah, otherwise it'll be pretty much it for me in this. Hope this video finds you well. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.